The BMW X1 is one of their most important models in BMW's lineup today, with small compact SUVs becoming big business for car makers. The new X1 replaces the first generation model, often criticized for its odd styling, cramped and underwhelming interior, and just lacking a sense of luxury. However, this second generation X1, designed by our own homegrown talent Calvin Luck, aims to fix that. A big thank you to Auto Classic BMW of Perth for providing the X1 for review. Alright, let's start our tour. Here's the key. All BMW X models have the same key fob design. It looks nice and modern, especially with the swooping curve at the top. And here you've got your unlock button, lock, which is your BMW logo, and tailgate release. Our X1 also has the comfort access system, so as long as the driver has the key in their pocket, simply approach the car, hand in the door handle, and the vehicle automatically unlocks. The wing mirrors also fold out. Our X1 also has the upgraded Dakota leather. Entry-level models come with the SensorTech material instead. On the driver's side armrest, you've got your 4 power window switches, all automatic, along with your window lock, power mirror retraction, along with electronic adjustment. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, here you have your light controls. At the moment it's on automatic, but you can take manual controls either to turn it off. On standard beams, you've got your headlight adjustment, a level adjustment, along with your front and rear fog lights. To start the car, just have your foot on the brake pedal and hit the button to go. Power comes from a 2-litre 4-cylinder twin-powered turbocharged engine, mounted transversely and producing 170 kilowatts of power and 350 Nm of torque, sending power to all 4 wheels and routed through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. If you've sat in a BMW before, the interior in the X1 should be very familiar, adopting the same switchgear and layout as most other models. Taking center stage is the Navigation Plus iDrive system, sporting an 8.8-inch widescreen display and controlled with the iDrive rotary dial. The controller also clicks in 4 directions to scroll forwards and backwards through different menus. The top houses a trackpad, allowing you to enter destinations simply by writing out each letter. Moving to the center stack, the lock button in previous BMWs have been replaced with a quick access to driver assist systems. Our xDrive 25 model has forward collision warning, pedestrian alert, and lane departure warning as standard. Pressing the center button will turn all functions on or off, or you can deactivate them separately through the menu. Below are the controls for the audio system. I'm glad that BMW have stuck with a standard rotary volume knob, whilst most brands are moving towards touch controls. 8 presets which can store anything from favorite radio stations to specific contacts. Climate control is of course standard, with dual zone temperature control for the driver and front passenger, along with 3-stage heated seats. Fan speed and direction can also be adjusted manually with ease. Just below the climate control, you've got a little covered storage area, a space for 2 cup holders, a 12-volt power outlet, and also a little shelf underneath that can either hold your device while it's charging, or area for your keys or personal belongings. Shifting is done in a straight line motion, from park all the way down to drive, along with your shifting to the left for manual and sport mode, where you can change down and up gears. You can toggle between 3 different driving modes, which alters the characteristics of the X1. Eco Pro dulls throttle input and air conditioning for best fuel consumption, while Sport Mode sharpens steering and acceleration. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the lighting system in the X1. So as before, you saw the entry lights on the door handle. And here you have your ambient lighting. So there's 2 settings. At the moment it's on the classic scheme, but you can change it to modern, which makes it a little bit more of a whiter glow. And you can see that lighting continuing through to the passenger side. All doors also get their own puddle lights. And front passengers have their footwell lighting as well. Going over to the rear, you've got the same ambient lighting as the front, and also rear passengers get their own footlights as well. All the cabin lighting in our X1 model is also LED. Heading over to the rear, a powered tailgate is standard on all models. The relatively boxy shape offers room for oversized cargo, with niceties including shopping bag hooks, elastic nets, along with a 12-volt power outlet and 4 tie-down hooks. There's also a surprising amount of room underneath the boot floor, as the X1 doesn't carry a spare tire due to it using run flats, similar to the whole BMW range. BMW claims best-in-class cargo area for the X1, and it does hold true against key rivals such as the Audi Q3 and Mercedes-Benz GLA, offering 505 litres with the seats up. The rear seats can also slide forwards and backwards to increase room. Folding the rear seats down can also be done from the cargo area with 2 switches, and once fully flat the volume increases to 1,550 litres. Closing the rear hatch is straightforward, with the button to the right closing the hatch and also locking the car as well. Heading over to the rear seats. Here you can see once again that panoramic sunroof. All passengers get their own assist pull release for entry and exit, along with LED lighting and personal reading lights and coat hooks. Even though the X1 is a relatively small vehicle, I still have quite a bit of space in the back. There's decent knee room and decent headroom, even with the panoramic sunroof. Of course, headrests are adjustable. 2 ISOFIX points are standard on the outboard portions of the seats. Rear air vents along with a 12-volt power outlet, along with a middle center armrest, with 2 cup holders and a little storage cubby. Windows are also nice and large for great visibility. Two map pockets, and rear passengers also get their own speakers and places for their drinks. However, there are a few drawbacks, with sun visors which don't extend. Certain plastics in the cabin feel cheap and have sharp corners, and whilst the seats look very nice, it's worth mentioning that the seat bases are very firm and narrow. Lastly, there's the price, as a no-option S-Drive 18D model stickers for $49,500, whilst our X-Drive 25i retails for just under 60 grand. Add the moonroof and you're pushing north of 62, and that's before any on-road costs. But overall, the X1 is an appealing package, and whilst it might not handle as well as other BMWs in the range, its compact size, spacious interior, and wheeling engine help in doing it justice. And most importantly for many buyers, it possesses that desirable BMW badge. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.